It began with a disappearance, then a letter, then a ledger of lies. But this was her voice. After more than a century of silence, investigators finally found Dorothy Arnold's journal. It turned up in the most unexpected place. An antique shop outside Providence, Rhode Island. A collector purchased an old trunk from an estate sale, opened a false bottom, and found a small leather-bound book, brittle and water-stained. On the first page, in delicate cursive ink, was written, "Property of DA, if lost, returned to no one." For months, experts worked to authenticate it. The paper matched the kind used in New York in the 1910s. The ink, iron gall, the same formula Dorothy favored in her letters. And the handwriting? A 99.8% match to verified samples. It was real. But the words inside told a story no one was prepared to read. They said I was unwell. I am not unwell. I am unwanted. They call this place a home. But it is only a cage with painted walls. Page after page, Dorothy described her confinement inside Hillside Home for the Incurable. She spoke of locked doors, white uniforms, and doctors paid not to heal, but to forget. She wrote of her father's visits, short, cold, and silent. He never called her by name. Only said, "You'll understand one day." And she wrote of the child. They took her from me after 3 days. Said she needed the special care. I asked where. No one would answer. I dream of her face, though I never saw it clearly. Those lines stopped every reader cold. For years, historians debated whether Dorothy ever gave birth. Now, her own words confirmed it. But the most haunting entry was dated May 11, 1913. One day before the ledger noted the arrangements complete. A man came tonight. Not one of the doctors. He said I would be free soon. That my name would die here, but I would live elsewhere. I signed the paper. Tomorrow, Dorothy Arnold ceases to exist. That was the last page written in her hand. The next page was blank, except for a faint red fingerprint in the corner. And then, tucked into the back flap of the journal, investigators found a small folded note. "If you ever find this, tell my daughter I forgave her." Signed again, DA. The discovery detonated online. True crime forums exploded. TikTok filled with theories. Some believed Dorothy was smuggled out of Hillside under the alias Doris A. Whitman. Others thought she'd escaped, reunited with her child, and started a new life in New England. A few even claimed her descendants were still alive, living unaware of their heiress bloodline. But the FBI followed a quieter trail. Inside the journal was a pressed violet flower, its pollen still intact. DNA analysis traced the species to one region only, a private estate garden in Lenox, Massachusetts. The same estate once owned by the Griscom family. So, had Dorothy been hidden by the very man she loved? A nurse's note recovered from Hillside's archive hinted as much. Patient 247 released to GG, signed by Guardian. GG, George Griscom Jr. If authentic, it meant the man accused of ruining Dorothy may have been the one who rescued her. Soon after, a Boston census record from 1915 listed a George and Doris Ames living quietly under an alias. Husband and wife. Occupation, import trade consultant. That was the same business the Arnold family owned. Coincidence? Or connection? Dr. Lila Benson didn't think so. She said, Dorothy didn't vanish. She was rewritten. But if she lived, what became of her? A final page, found loose inside the journal's cover, may hold the answer. It is 1934. The sea calls me now. I have told her everything. One day they will come for this book. And when they do, they will know the truth. The truth is not lost, it was born. Signed, once more, D.A.W. Dorothy Arnold Whitman. The initials tie everything together. The child's surname, the Boston address, the financial trust, and the long-suspected link between the Arnold and Whitman bloodlines. If confirmed, it would mean Dorothy lived another 2 decades. Under a new name, with her daughter by her side. Now, forensic genealogy teams are testing DNA from living descendants of both families. The results are said to be imminent. If the match is positive, it will rewrite American history. A case once called the perfect disappearance would become the longest verified escape of identity in the nation's archives. But as Dr. Benson warns, when truth is buried this deep, it doesn't come out clean. It drags the dirt with it. And there's still one unanswered question. How did Dorothy's journal, sealed, hidden, and locked away, end up in an antique trunk a century later, miles from every known location she lived? Someone placed it there. Someone wanted it found. And whoever that person was, they knew the next secret waiting to be uncovered. A sealed box labeled the heir's confession.